Last week, as you guys know, I follow the hardcore metal LA scene pretty closely.
Yeah, you do have your finger to the pulse. Yeah,
I can't stop talking about it. And there's this band called Cancer Christ, and
my full attention.
And you guys probably know their song "Baptized in Piss and Shit." Yeah.
I love it.
You like it? Yeah. I mean, this is...
I'm trying to learn the lyrics. What are they?
It's just baptized in piss and shit. They've got another song called "God Hates Cops."
It's got some kind of like crusty punk elements a little bit. You can understand the vocals. It's not all pig grunts.
Yeah. Oh, very crusty, very crusty. And I keep up with all these bands, and
Sure. You won't stop talking about it.
I just won't stop talking about all these bands.
How can I find the heaviest band in Los Angeles? I think we were saying that downstairs, right?
That's a perfect Rivers impression.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta find the heaviest band. You know what I mean? Like, that's how he talks.
I need it.
He's like, I want it to be heavier.
Well, because I follow all these bands so closely, these heavy bands.
So heavy.
Well, last weck the lead singer of Cancer Christ made a little bit of news that wasn't music related because this is Dom McAndrew reporting for KTLA. Last Wednesday at around 1:45 p.m., a man was reported to have walked up to a pregnant staff member at a restaurant in Bucks Meadow, California, which is on the way to Yosemite. The man touched the waitress's stomach, telling her, "The spirits led me to you, and your baby belongs to me. What time is your break? I'll be waiting for you."
Whoa.
The man was later identified as 40-year-old Anthony Melhalf from Los Angeles. Tony is the 40-year-old frontman of Cancer Christ, an LA hardcore band whose top songs are "Baptized in Piss and Shit" and "God Hates Cops." Mm-hmm. So this guy had himself a little Yosemite retreat, much in the way that you had yourself a pool retreat. This guy was like, it's a few degrees colder if you go up into the high elevations of the Sierra Nevadas. Let's go to Yosemite and see what kind of trouble we can get in. After creeping out the waitress, Tony then stole several drinks from the restaurant and assaulted another staff member on his way out before speeding away in his vehicle towards Yosemite National Park. Wow. So this guy, old school crime spree.
Yeah.
Is this a drug-addled crime spree, or is he just...
Most likely.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I would presume.
I think so.
Once you pop, you don't stop. Like they say when you're in a drugged out mental psychosis breakdown. You got to keep going. Why not?
So at 3 p.m., the Mariposa County Sheriff's Office heard possible reports of a car chase, kidnapping, assault, vehicles stolen, and other incidents in the area of Fish Camp, California, which is just outside the south entrance of Yosemite. Deputies say Tony crashed his vehicle into the Fish Camp area and stole a bicycle.
You got a bicycle.
But not before handing a shirt to a bystander saying, "You want to keep this? I'm about to be famous."
Oh, he sure is.
Oh, boy.
This is probably the biggest publicity they've ever gotten.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Big time.
They couldn't do it with a name like Cancer Christ.
No.
Rangers
or baptized in piss and shit, for that matter.
Yeah.
Rangers inside Yosemite say they attempted to stop Tony on Highway 41 within the national park, but he continued to drive and eventually arrived at Tenaya Lodge. Tony then allegedly entered the lodge, and again, he was on a fucking bicycle. I like that they couldn't stop him. So he's just like going off road, and they're like, "Well, we can't chase him." So he goes into the lodge.
Let the bears have
We got to call the bike cops. I know we make fun of them all the time.
Listen, that's why they're here. Rules are rules.
This is my moment. Okay, where did he go? What direction did he go?
Only bike cops can chase bike riders. Only cars.
They have like a little tricycle thing, like
Yeah.
So he goes into this lodge, and he goes in through an open door to the kitchen. He put his hat and other items inside a refrigerator, grabbed a knife, and then threatened workers there.
Shit.
So deputies then say he went out of the kitchen and waded into the creek out back, where he took off his pants and entered the clubhouse wearing only his underwear. He then started vandalizing the clubhouse, took the store manager's car keys, and attempted to kidnap the store manager, but the manager was able to escape. So there's people like eating dinner in this lodge, and then just this insane man. And if you see him, large man, gigantic fucking beard. So terrifying. Just comes in with a knife, just like, "I'm going to be famous." Yes. Deputies.
See my bike?
Well, so then he steals the manager's car and continues driving along Highway 41 towards Oakhurst. And at that point, he was seen throwing beer cans out the window and repeatedly ramming a Tesla that was in his way.
See, this guy's just doing real life Grand Theft Auto. At
Yes.
this point. Just random ass.
Oh,
just
yeah.
mayhem.
So he crashed into a fence and was taken into custody. He apparently assaulted some cops at the hospital and has been booked for, let's see if I'm reading this correctly, every crime. So, but, you know, I read that and I was like, okay, what happened, you know? So
He's
if he
just
left the
taking to
innocent
court.
people out of it, yeah, then great promotion.
He's taking to court. The judge is like, it says here you're being charged with every crime.
yeah.
All of them.
It seems here that you got to 5 stars in the Grand Theft Auto of life.
You know what? I never said this in my history as a judge, but when you get charged with every crime, you're free.
Yeah, he committed so many crimes.
You've won.
You've
became
lapsed.
legal again.
You've lapsed.
It looped over.
Mind if
you
I
could-
borrow your ride?
Eventually, when you do all the crimes, you end up innocent.
Yeah. We didn't make a triple digit on the crime counter, so if you get to 100, it just loops
zeroes
back
out.
to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been
Crime
keeping the clicker, and the clicker.
Yeah, they
like-
click it in their cop car.
It's like those old school Coca-Cola scoreboards before basketball games ever went over 100 points.
Yeah.
So, you know, I kind of got curious. I was like, well, what spurred this on? Unfortunately, John Hadusek, writing for Consequence of Sound, says the Yosemite incident came after Tony alarmed fans with bizarre social media posts. Cancer Christ was supposed to open for Guar this month, but they were replaced on the bill due to Tony's threatening behavior.
With 311.
Yeah, I mean, that's what set this off.
Boy, I mean, look, I think it'd be the other way around.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Guar would be opening for,
Yeah, I mean, if there was any justice in the universe, obviously. Yeah. Among the posts on Cancer Christ's Instagram was a post of a fuck Guar tattoo that Tony got.
Wow.
Cancer Christ.
40's a rough age when you're trying to make it still.
Yeah.
With a band like Guar, that seems like you love Guar.
Oh, yeah.
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 No.
Well-
it's like Primus sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, that's what their fans
If
say.
anything, that's a win for Guar. If people
Yeah.
get a tattoo saying "fuck," insert your name here.
I mean,
Congratulations, you've won.
hey, it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's like when you name your trivia team to criticize another trivia team. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's a form of flattery.
So
That's
you're
what you're
saying-
aiming for, Rivers. You're
yeah.
aiming for someone to tattoo.
If they could tattoo fuck,
Fuck.
we're going to norms after
Fuck
this.
it, we're going to norms after this.
Yeah. Also, in case he wasn't mad enough at Guar already for dropping him, earlier this year, his guitar player joined Guar's touring lineup. So Guar poached his guitar player and then kicked his ass off the tour.
Good for that guitar player.
So Guar is driving
they
this man crazy.
upgraded.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He drove him nuts.
Hey
But-
man, can you wear a foam suit uncomfortably while still playing guitar well? You're in the band.
Yeah, that's right. And shout out to Wes Bowers and the Lodi News Sentinel for getting this crucial bit of context to the equation. In 2004, Tony was arrested by Lodi Police Department officers on suspicion of battery and contributing to the delinquency of minors after disrupting a wedding. According to News Sentinel archives, Tony placed a turban on his head, turned on his camcorder, and entered a private Muslim wedding party without a
Tony.
shirt on.
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
He began dancing at the party for about 15 minutes before he was asked to leave. Arriving officers saw him swinging at party guests, but he claimed he was acting in self-defense.
I like how he lasted 15 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, like because
I used to work at a wedding venue, and they required security for every wedding.
right, yeah. Well, and that is the thing in Islamic culture is hospitality. So the fact that they weren't immediately like fuck this dude, they were just like, okay, man,
All right,
can we get you some
Was it
food?
As long as you
Like,
don't hurt anything.
I like how they called it a private wedding as opposed to a
public one.
wedding.
Yeah.
How many public? Hey guys,
was-
have you been to a public wedding?
It was Kate Middleton's wedding and Prince William.
Well,
Yeah. So they
was that public?
Tony said that he was attempting to make a comedy TV show.
Oh, I'm trying to do that too. So
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I just use jokes though.
And the
Bad idea.
day prior, he had ridden a scooter to a motorcycle rally as one of his bits.
It's like I'm doing Jackass. It's going to be like Jackass.
yeah, straight
Yeah.
up. But it's in 2004. It's a full like 3-4 years after Jackass hit its prime. In October of 2001, Tony was Lodi High School's student body president and the captain of the football team. And that is when he was stabbed multiple times in a dispute with a teenager.
Jesus.
So Tony's younger brother was, he was getting fucked with, and this kid came to Tony's house to talk shit to his little brother. At that point, Tony began to fight the boy, but then the teen pulled out a knife and stabbed him 7 times in the back and stomach.
God damn.
Don't you hate that? He's the senior. He's the captain of the football team, so presumably a pretty jack guy. And this little kid shows up and he's like, "What do you want to fucking play?" And then all of a sudden he's just like, "No, stop! Ow!"
This kind of behavior is upsetting to hear from the front man of Cancer Christ.
I know, right? Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Lodi officers arrested the boy on attempted murder charges, but Tony's father ended up kicking the boy in the head while he was handcuffed, and he also got arrested. So that's the background on this guy. So,
Sometimes when you hear about a band like Cancer Christ, or they're like, it's just entertainment.
Yeah.
It's not like we're not crazy. It's just we know what we're doing. It's entertainment.
It's either what happened to this guy, or it's like, yeah, my mom and dad love me. I have a 4-year degree in engineering, and this is what I did for fun, and we just
extremely lucky.
This is exactly what the worst case
this
scenario.
is my
you
wife.
would think.
Here are my 4 kids. They're all creative, and they all independently walk up and they go, "I love you, Dad." And he goes, "I love you too, Snookums." Anyway, so about my next album, Blood Cum.
S.A. never went on a Yosemite-based crime spree.
No,
just a regular
he's just
guy.
super cool. Yeah.
Maybe in Grand Theft Auto, the game.
Loves
Sure,
video
yeah,
games. Yeah. So anyway, we got to hear it one more time, I think.
Sure.
Yeah. Fuck
It's pretty sick.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of sick.
This is music to do those crimes to.
Yeah. Also, the album cover is pretty fucking cool.
Is that Rosemary's Baby?
Yeah, I think it's
It's like a still from Rosemary's Baby, and then someone putting a crucifix like it's a
Crucifix
gun. And
dildo, I
Yeah,
think.
crucifix dildo.
Oh, it's a dildo, right?
Yeah.
right.
And
Yeah.
she's sucking it off, like, because we have to be edgy in every aspect of this.
Got to.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what's happening in the hardcore music scene.
I'll tell you what.
Wow, thank you, Rivers.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
This has been an update from a guy who knows about hardcore music.
You do.
This is how you
So
win
much.
trivia.
This is how I fucking do
You
it
know a lot of stuff.
every goddamn time.